Okay. Live. Hello. Hope everyone is having a splendid evening. Happy Valentine's Day to all, but also happy Skrelp Day. Showtime. Showtime indeed. I have a new redeem just for today that for for the first time in a while. Have that. Feel free to use as much as you desire. Because it is a special day for a special Pokemon. To those who don't know, I celebrate Skrelp Day every year. There he is. Every year we celebrate Skrelp on his special day. Last year I did a tier list for every Pokemon and how, like, literally all Pokemon from Bulbasaur to Pekka, and we compared how much they looked like Skrelp, and we did that for 9 hours. It's the longest stream I've ever done. It was awful, but it was great. So hopefully we're not on for that long this time, but we could be. We are shiny hunting today. My mind has really been in the Kalos region recently with ZA up and coming. X and Y has just, I've had a lot of positive feelings surrounding X and Y, which is, Skrelp's homeland. So, I've been wanting to honestly play X or Y on stream, like a full playthrough, but for today, we are simply going to do a shiny hunt using the chain fishing method, which I've done before, though it's been a hot minute, so I have a handy dandy guide right next to me to guide me through. But let's jump into the game. Happy that finally getting some more 3DS on the channel. Don't forget to change your today's plan. Was it wrong on the chatting screen? It was. It just said final 2 worlds this whole time. Well, on the 3DS one, it's correct. Thank you. Good eye. Good eye. I never would have noticed. Yeah, oops. But yeah, shiny hunt for Skrelp Day. We got that as our today's plan. We have a counter right here for how many encounters it takes for us to find said Skrelp. This is my copy of Pokemon Y, although I was playing it side by side with a friend of mine. I was playing X, and she was playing this Y. So this is actually her team that we're seeing here. Prince the Chestnut, we got Dame the Talonflame, Chief the Tyrantrum, Baroness the Miltank, Duchess the Vespiquen, and then this Octillery. That is in here because it's got suction cups, and that will help us with the fishing that we need to do. It's a really, really solid naming scheme. I like it a lot. So I don't know where the heck we are. Well, I kind of do. This is the city with the big, with the big tower. The big Mega Evolution Tower. It is. That's super cool, but that's not where we want to be. I think it was, if I remember right. I don't remember right. I'm gonna have to look this up. Skrelp. Give me a nice location for where Skrelp can be found. It was south of Ambret Town, you say? I should have had this image. Oh, Route 8, it also says. Where is Skrelp in Kalos? Give me like a Cerebi location. Let's see. Route 8 looks a little iffy. No, it's about 50-50. 70% Skrelp and 30% Shelder. That might actually be the way to go. I'm not sure if it's gonna have a great like where the chain fishing location is, but we'll look. We're gonna go ahead and look. So let's fly on over to, where would Route 8 be? I should have done this planning ahead of time, but, you know, whatever. I do not have a shiny charm in this game. I'm under the impression that the shiny charm does not affect chain fishing odds. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but I saw a Google that said that, so I'm willing to believe it. Now, if I remember correctly, it was like chain fishing works when you are like surrounded by objects when fishing. So we're gonna want to look for some rocky environments. Do I got any repels anywhere? There's a whole bunch of stuff in this inventory, and I don't know. Did I just go past some? Well, that's a little repel, and that'll get it. That's a start anyway. So let's go swimming around. Like, hey, like this. Now, do we want to be surrounded, or is it the fishing spot that we have needs to be surrounded? Nice little spots surrounded by rocks. Okay, so I'm assuming that it's like this. So maybe we've already found exactly where we want to be. Everything here is registered as such, which we don't want. We just want to have the good rod. And I think that's all we need. Oh, we're a little too close. Here we go. It's our first encounter of the night. Imagine if it's this one. Can you imagine? It's a horsey. Wait, it's a horsey? Time out. Fishing Good Rod. Pokemon Wise. Skrelp and Shelder. On Route 8. Am I in the wrong place? Well, hold on. Let's get out of here, because I want to make sure that wherever we end up fishing, we are fishing in the appropriate locale. This is Route 8, right? Am I insane? Or no, it says is this just straight up Silage City? Maybe that's what, maybe I gotta look at that encounter table and see what that's like in comparison. Gotta hit up to see your setup for DS because I really want to stream Soul Silver. I've got a 3DS with a capture card inside of it. I splurged quite heavily for it. And I'm using Japanese software to be able to make this work. It was a lot, but it was worth it to get this whole thing operative, because boy, I love 3DS very, very much. Ooh, okay. So I guess from here we're able to just go. Are we able to? We can run from things, right? I'm just like double checking the rules of chain fishing just to make sure. Actually, do I have a smoke ball in case if we're gonna be running from stuff? That'll help if we've got one of those on our artillery. Let's take a look-see. Oh, is he already holding it? Maybe I thought ahead. Maybe I thought ahead in some places, but not others. He is holding a smoke ball. Okay, great. So the smoke ball will make it so we can run away from any Pokemon we want. And the suction cups should hopefully mean that we never have to worry about not getting a bite on our fishing rod. That's our first Skrelp of the evening. It ain't shiny, but it's our first Skrelp. So, looking at the encounter table, we've got a 70% chance of acquiring a Skrelp. No, I reeled it in too slow. Gosh darn it. So there's still a bit of human error. I think that probably did wreck the chain, but that's alright. I reeled it in too slow again! Oh god, I'm gonna have to really, apparently lock in for this. There it is. Okay, there's an encounter. And another Skrelp. We're just gonna, like, hang out here. And we're just gonna hang out here and catch Skrelps all night. I don't know, I mean, it is possible. We got a 30% chance of catching a horsey instead. So we'll hope that we get a Skrelp. They have a way higher encounter rate, so I would think that the chances of getting Skrelp are way more significant. What just happened? I had like a weird refresh on my side of the desktop, but it seems like it worked out just fine, so. Weird. Very weird. But so long as the stream didn't crash, I'm happy with it. Oh, I reeled it in too slow. I'm never gonna get a strong chain at this rate. Right, here's one. Watch you get a shiny Pokemon that isn't Skrelp. You know, it's just what I was talking about. Very possible. Incredibly possible. We could end up with a Horsey, but, you know, shiny Horsey ain't bad. Horsey is almost a Skrelp. But we know our target. We know what we're really after. My friend was telling me that, you know, because chain fishing has a pretty solid shiny chance, like encounter chance. But it does require that I actually, like, get the chain going, which is proving to be a little harder than expected. You never caught a shiny Pokemon in a main line? Only in Let's Go? Well, Let's Go, yeah, that's a great place to find shinies. I've definitely gotten a bunch from Let's Go personally. The more recent of a game you play, the higher your shiny chances basically are. I mean, playing Scarlet Violet, I feel like they just show up everywhere. You know, not that the game will tell you because they refuse to play a sound effect. Gosh, I wish there were an easier way of being able to put that number in. I bet I could put together something where all I have to do is press a button on my Stream Deck, but for now it's all manual. But we still got our streak going, so you know, that's good. I don't know what number the streak has to get at for the shiny odds to increase. I'm just under the assumption that the more you do in a row, the better your odds are. You've hatched hundreds of EV eggs in Sword Shield with the shiny charm and haven't gotten one. A little birdie told me, and when a little birdie, I mean like a thread somewhere on the internet, that shiny odds in Sword and Shield don't work correctly. I remember when Sword and Shield were newer, I very quickly went on a shiny hunt for a Wooloo. And it took so long. And, like, at that point, I do have, you know, a lot of shiny hunting experience in the 3DS era. So I was used to shiny hunts taking me... Darn it. I was used to shiny hunts taking me a bit of time, but, for whatever reason, like, this one just took so long. And then I read about how Sword and Shield shiny odds were, like, completely screwy, like, on the mathematical level. That they're really hard to obtain when they're not supposed to be. The first time I complete the Pokedex and do it in a game where the shiny odds are hecked. Yeah, I know. I'm so sorry. That's terrible. Like, I feel like I know Emerald is another game that has shiny odds that are busted, but I think most other ones work pretty decently. I know when people do shiny hunting, I mean, the 3DS era, people love to do it there. And then you got Scarlet Violet and Legends Arceus, which both have very friendly, like easygoing shiny hunting methods. And then Let's Go as well. In a very similar way to what we're doing here, just using like a chaining method. Or C. Yeah, that's a game where I watch a lot of YouTube videos of people doing shiny hunts in Let's Go, and they'll constantly find shinies of Pokemon that they're not looking for, because at all times you just got like 10 Pokemon walking around you just all of the time. Skrelp. Little guy. I'm going to try focusing a little bit intently as we go. Because now I'm learning how sensitive the fishing tracker is, and I would like to actually gain a significant chain. I got a Jigglypuff when I was trying to go for Growlithe. Yeah, that's about right. Thank goodness that Let's Go has those sparkly effects surrounding shinies, because Jigglypuff's a really hard shiny to identify, just with like different color eyes. Some of the longest, honestly, like I've had some long shiny hunts, but I think I've been dealt a pretty merciful hand in the grand scheme compared to others. I shiny hunted Reshiram in Omega Ruby, I want to say. You know, it was about 1,000 encounters, which is high, but I know in the grand scheme of things, there's been higher. There was a coughing that took me like 800 or something. So they can get up there, but if you use, you know, the tools that you have available and the, you know, intricate methods that the internet has produced, you can come up with some amazing results. Yeah, I remember my one of my friends was shiny hunting Cresselia slowly over the course of, like, I want to say 3 years. Just very, very, like, on a very every so often basis. And eventually she finally got it. And it looks beautiful. Shiny Cresselia is a looker. Jesus, that's so long. I mean, it definitely is, but it's not like she was doing it every single day. It's more of just like a once in a blue moon, she would pick it up and give it like a good session, go as far as she could. I mean, shiny hunting is a game of patience. I don't do them so much anymore as I used to. I used to do them very frequently, but today, well, you know, now it's so much easier finding shinies than it ever used to. Like, when I was doing it a lot, it was in the ORAS, like, X and Y and ORAS eras, although... Oh, darn it. Clearly it's been a while, because I'm struggling to even remember the intricacies of chain fishing. I should have had a chain counter so I'm able to, like, keep track of where we are in the chain, because that's probably more important than how many encounters we've had. But, you know, having an encounter counter is nice. So at the end of this whole thing, we'll be able to look at this big number and be like, ooh, oh my goodness. Hold on. I want to make sure I got that fish before I acknowledge it's Skrelp Day. Hello, Brandy. Nice to see ya. Happy Skrelp Day. 11 months subscribed. Oh my goodness. Welcome. We are Skrelp hunting. We are well underway. Trying really hard to keep our streak intact. It's harder than I remember. You've got a very short window there, and if you want your shiny hunting chances to improve, that number has to increase. I want to say 40. I think the number was 40, but I could be confusing that with another shiny hunting method in Pokemon's history. Either way, I am going to sit right here and press the Y button and continue to fish until the Skrelp is ours. Or the Horsey. If we get the Horsey, then we get to start over from the beginning. But, you know, we will see. How many do you think it'll take before you find one? I'm not too sure. I want to say that at best odds, chain fishing is like 1 in 500 or so. But that's assuming that you actually get a high chain of successful fishings, which I've actually been having trouble doing, which is like that was not a variable that I was anticipating. So we'll see how long it ends up taking. It's really just, you know, a matter of chance. Depending on how well things go, I might end up having a chain counter as well, just so I can keep proper track of where we are at. Is there any way that you can avoid Horsey? I don't think so. I don't think so. But Skrelp has a way higher encounter rate. Skrelp is at 70%, while Horsey is at 30%. So I think like luck is on our side in that department. But you never know. I mean, if we get the Horsey, it'll just be funny. That's, you know, the worst case scenario outcome is something that's really funny. So, and something that happens to plenty of shiny hunters. So, you know, I won't be too broken up. Almost at 30 already. I've had very up and down experience with shinies in X and Y specifically. I've had some that have like taken me no time at all. But then others that take like around like the usual expected time. Oh. See, it's that. It's that. That's gonna be a killer. Because every time that happens, we're gonna get our percentages reset. Too slow. You're too slow. Wah, wah. You know, I've done shiny hunts before, but I've never done one live. I've never had, you know, to perform. So that's going to be a new challenge to this particular hunt. Does fishing Horsey keep the chain? As far as I understand it, yes. It's less about what Pokemon you are fishing and more just successfully fishing every time. Now, we have an Octillery with suction cups, so we should, in theory, never have to deal with not even a nibble. But we do have to worry about my own human error in timing my actual fishes. Actually, how many Pokeballs do we have? Got 10 repeat balls. We got a Master Ball in a worst case scenario. Luxury, okay. Yeah. Oh, 76 Pokeballs. Sorry, we're fine. Just wanted to make sure. I'm like, now that we're committed in this spot, I wanted to just be sure we had everything that we needed. He deserves luxury, you're right. That'll definitely be the first ball we try. We even have a smoke ball on Octillery, just in case any Pokemon like wants to stop us from fleeing. That felt like such a minimal chance anyway, but figure might as well give us every advantage possible. Yeah, once we get to like, you know, like over 100, you know, is like that first kind of milestone. And from there, it'll be a matter of how much it makes us work after that. I should have looked at some shiny Skrelp hunts online and gotten myself like a nice average of how long it takes for people. I actually do think, funnily enough, I got a shiny Horsey from chain fishing before. I think I have it today as a Kingdra in one of my games. Maybe I specifically tried this hunt before. I don't remember. Oh, let's just keep on at it. We're doing decently right. I mean, nowhere near close enough to like a 40 chain, but we're still going. Just keep our focus intact. Alright, there might be some, you know, instances where I just sort of let myself get lost in the Skrelp moment. Because I wanna try and really get this chain up higher if I can. I almost pushed the button before the exclamation point even showed up. I don't want to get too, like, you know, trigger happy with the A button here. Keep up for number 40. Very nice. 40 is in encounter number, not like chain number. Who knows? Maybe for ZA, which I am very excited about. I want to see more because we know so little about the game right now. But I am excited for ZA. Skrelp is from Kalos, and that's a Kalos, you know, Legends game, so, you know, we might get some Skrelp love. We might get a, you know, evolution or, like, maybe even a Mega if they're gonna give us new Megas, you know. I know everyone knows, like, are saying Megas are going to return, but I also feel like there's a high chance that we're going to get new Megas, and maybe Megas of some actual Kalos Pokemon. That would be something. You know, not that I expect it to happen to our friend Skrelp here. You know, Skrelp is something to be celebrated and delighted, but you know, that is a message that still needs to be passed on. He's a little seedling, and he's got a long way to grow. Alright, we're not doing all that bad. Chain's starting to rise. If I understand this right, and maybe I don't, with each successful fish, our percentage goes up slightly until it gets to the magic number at 40. I don't even know if we've gone above, like, 10 at this point. chain-wise, but we're gonna keep on trying. Should have given this auxiliary a funny name. Like this, because he's the Skrelp catcher now. The Skrelp finder. Alright, not bad. Not bad. Just call him Skrelp. You're right. Just absolutely just name him Skrelp. Oh my gosh, yeah. When we do find the shiny Skrelp, what are we gonna name it? I hadn't even considered that. We're probably just gonna call it Skrelp Day 2025. Plurks. That's great. Plurks. Oh, that's fantastic. Who would have thought his name backwards would have worked just as perfect? It's a shame that Wonder Trade no longer works because of the shutdown servers. I would love to do a Skrelp Day where I'm just handing out Skrelps on Skrelp Day that are just nicknamed Skrelp Day 2025. Bet I could still do it in some of the Switch games that have Wonder Trade functionality. What games do? Do they all have Wonder Trade? Any of the new games have Skrelp? I think Sword and Shield at the very least do. I don't remember if they're in Scarlet and Violet. It'd be abhorrently incorrect to not have Skrelp in your game, that's for sure. Alright, let's... Kiva, we actually made it to 50 encounters. No! No, we were doing well! Oh well. Let's go again. That lapse of attention, man. You blink for one moment and your chain disappears. I wonder if there is a, like, chain fishing odds calculator? Oh, look at that! There is. Oh, I don't know how to get this on screen, but I can at least refer to it. 6th generation shiny calculator for chain fishing. Oh, it says shiny charm would have affected probability. Oh well. So this is the 3rd chain. So shiny probability 1 in 586. Really? It's that high already? It's that high just on a 3 chain? Am I reading this right? So that's 4 on the chain. Which becomes 1 in 456. I must not be fully understanding how this operates. I'm gonna try and do some research while also attempting the hunt. Little late to learn, I suppose, but hey. Yeah, every consecutive time you use a fishing rod in the same spot, get a bite. And every time, your chance increases. You can run away or capture the Pokemon without breaking the chain. If you get the message nothing seems to be biting, the chain has been broken. Though we haven't had to deal with that, which is great. Yeah, fish in places surrounded by rocks or in a corner. The more enclosed a fishing area is, the more likely you are to encounter many consecutive Pokemon while fishing. Yeah, by the looks of it, we've definitely got that down as well. This seems like as good a spot as any. Yeah, but I want to see what, like, the actual, like, odds breakdown is. Yeah, but I suppose every encounter is a valid one, and every single one is a good one, regardless of if we're at our first chain or higher. Yeah, I really can't tell from the data to my right what is like an average. But it definitely seems higher than just, like, running around in grass. I'll tell you that. Chain fishing. Yeah, give me some chain fishing odds. I moved. That also breaks the chain. And I reeled it in too. So just to add salt into the wound. The rate starts at 1 in 4,096 with no shiny charm, which is the normal just odds for anything, and increases each chain until about 20, where it maxes out at approximately 1 in 100. Okay. 20 is easier to get to than 40, I would think. Though we are having a bit of trouble. After finding a shiny Pokemon, the chain breaks. Okay, so you can't just periodically get shinies once you're at that percentage counter either. Okay. See, for a lot of people here, they're saying that like 200 is rather long for a chainfish hunt, but that's for a continuous chain all the way through. Like this says 65 encounters, but we're not at a 65 chain. So we're kind of, it's essentially a straight odds hunt with a little bit extra like sauce in our favor. But I'm determined. We're gonna get a Skrelp tonight. And I'm gonna be here in this spot and hopefully won't accidentally move again. And we'll keep going until we get it. Yeah, about it like, I want to say a week ago or so, when I decided this is what I wanted to do for Skrelp Day, I started working on, I started working on completing the Pokedex as fast as I possibly could, because I wanted to get a Shiny Charm specifically for this purpose. But, after like a day or two of just straight working on the decks, I just realized that this is going to be an endeavor and a half. And somewhere it said that shiny charms didn't really affect the odds, so I was like, oh, okay. Great. That's exactly what I wanted to hear. But now I'm not so certain. Oh, wouldn't it be amazing? Wouldn't it be absolutely incredible if it was the next Skrelp? Captioning software is calling them scrubs, which is just rude. Nice. Very nice. Yeah, like I was saying in the beginning, last year's Skrelp Day was a 9-hour stream, so like, I'm considering it a success if we get a Skrelp sometime under that threshold, which that feels very plausible. I imagine this won't take, you know, much longer than any of my Come on, really? Average streams. But now, you know, we'll see. That's proving harder than I ever could have expected. Oh wait, this is a... I got 2 counters. I want to track my total count, like encounter count, but then I also have this chain counter to my right. So I can just tell how many I have in a row. Just so I can get a better idea of how many successful shots in a row we've gotten. That one came much faster than anticipated. It's so weird. This calculator is saying that just at a chain of 3, I've got a 1 in 586 chance, which seems extremely good. given that 100 is like the cap. Okay, now 456. I don't know how much I can trust this thing. There's just so, like, an abundance of information about it online. I don't know which is accurate. Got spooked. I thought I missed that one. 1 in 373. I guess I just got to assume that it's accurate until I'm told otherwise. $316 out of chain 6. Counter 77 out of chain 7. Yeah, that says 1 in 274. It seems crazy. I'll be curious, like, because at the rate it's going, it's gonna get lower than 100. When at that point, I guess I'll start being suspicious. $241. The higher we go in this streak, the more I'm getting nervous. Chain 9, 1 in 216. Okay, so it's not going as, like, down nearly as fast as it was a minute ago. That makes more sense to me now. Number 80. We've actually made it to a chain of 10. Can you believe it? Now the pressure is on to keep it. You're definitely seeing more Skrelps than Horsies. But they're still coming up every once in a blue moon. I feel a little, like, chill down my spine every time those exclamation points come up. Because I'm worried that I'm going to be too slow. Chain 13. A 1 in 152 chance. That's really low. That came so fast. Maintain composure. 1 in 133 chance. Now we're going. Now we're making this happen. 125. Love, I'm struggling so much with what would probably be considered the easiest part. And one of the easier shiny hunting methods. $87. Again, I really felt like that one, I thought it was going to tell me no. Chain 18, 1 in 111. With the chain this high, it could be any one of them now. Okay. 89. 19. Approximately 1 in 106. This is the 90th Skrelp of the evening, and that is chain 20. Oh, 90th Skrelp, you know. I'm counting the horsies as Skrelps in the interest of data. We are at chain 20. No! And we lose it! And we lose it! This calculator does max out at 20. So all right, let's start again. It is like the funniest thing that could have occurred. It could have at least waited for, like, you know, a single encounter or two before making me lose the streak. Ah, well. I'm using a probability calculator specifically for chain fishing. The chain maxes out at 20. It doesn't go higher than that. So I wanted to see what happened when I actually got a chain higher than 20, like if it would change the math at all, and it didn't. So I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. So right now, we are at a chain 3, so a 1 in 586 chance. Yeah, the chain, it only needs to get up to 20. Once it's at 20, it's a 1 in 100 chance, and it will remain that so long as I continue successfully fishing. But if I screw up, like I did before, it goes back to 0, and we start the odds again from nothing. But even the low number chains are good. We're at a chain 4 right now, and it's a 1 in 456 chance. That's still, like, you know, not terrible. Oh! There it go. So glad that's getting its usage worth. You see, just from doing a single fish, it goes from a 4,086 chance to a 1,366 chance. That's crazy. And then to 820 after that. Explain the redeem. It's so funny. I made it myself by going into the Pokedex and spinning Skrelp around. Oh, that sound comes from that, like, Ethel the Cat meme that is, all over the place these days. That's a Skrelp if I've ever seen it. Yeah, isn't it fun? I love this thing. I don't know the cat. I didn't until like the other day. Like this. I was hearing this sound everywhere before I knew its origin. And I mean, I really wanted to make a special redeem just for Skrelp Day, and then that just seemed perfect. Skrelp emote when. I really should, shouldn't I? Oh my goodness! I wanted to at least get the fish. Thank you 10 bits! Thank you so much, Spades. Thank you, and happy Skrelp Day. Hope you're having a fantastic night and are getting into the spirit of the holiday. You sure are. You really are.
Yoshi. It's a double Yoshi explosion.
And a double Yoshi explosion. Chain 6. That is our 100th 100th encounter. That's nuts. All right, 100 of the boy and his cousin Horsey. little Yoshi sprinkled on top for some pizzazz. All right, our chain is 7. The 7 chain gets us 1 in 274 chance. Given that the max is a 1 in 100 chance, like, I'm basically, from here on in, like, the chances are really good. Yeah, right? And they only go up with each successful chain. 274 to 241 on this one. One can only wish their shinies had that high of a chance. Yeah, like, the one, like, single limiting factor to this encounter method is the fact that you can only get water Pokemon. And I guess you have to get your timing correctly, which has been proving to be difficult for me. But so long as you can do that, whatever water type in this game you desire could be yours in a very quick amount of time. Probably a lot quicker than I'm even going to be able to do tonight because I keep breaking my chain. Every so often, they hit you with a quick one like that. They're going to catch it by surprise. Let me know when they invent lava fishing. You know what? That sounds really cool. Fishing for fire-type Pokemon? That sounds awesome. Imagine what kinds of, like, organisms and Pokemon they could, like, create that live underneath the water and swim around in it. Like, that sounds so cool. Alright. 196. Yeah, right? Like, just like your most basic lava fish. This is a fun idea. There's a lot of media too that like has like fire bugs, like scarab beetles with like really like armored black shells, being able to make it through lava. So like maybe some bug types like fire bug, fire water, pure fire. There's a lot of fire rock. Oh, so much for that chain. Let's start again. Yeah, the first fish in any of these chains is the one that's like basically not gonna happen, but any of them after that, they just get better and better as they go. Or C. The thought of a like regional variant Magikarp that's fire type and lives in the water. I'm sorry, lives in the lava and evolves into a fire Gyarados. That's terrifying. What a monstrous creature that would be. Yeah, like a lava serpent. That'd be incredible. 110. I'm so grateful for this Octillery. I'm so glad we don't have to worry about Pokemon just not biting my fishing rod because they don't feel like it. One. Make a wish. Wasn't this Skrelp, but that's okay. I like Dragalge too. Like we haven't really spoken too much on him today. I mean, because it is Skrelp Day after all, not Dragalge. But he's cool too. Octillery is using his tentacles as the bait. Yeah, exactly. You know, the ability is suction cups. So that's pretty much what's going on here. As I call them, Dragaggle. Dragaggle. Or, you know, if we were playing Pokemon X, these would all be Claunchers, because Skrelp isn't in Pokemon X. Which, you know, is maybe the first time in, like, the history of Pokemon where there's been an objectively better version out of the two versions. I mean, I like Xerneas more than Yveltal, personally, but Skrelp isn't in X, so... I don't know. I think with a Super Rod, you'd be able to get a Dragaggle. I think that's what I tried when I did chain fishing myself. And again, I think I ended up getting a Seadra rather than a Horsey shiny. Gotta be real quick on the draw, like a cowboy. All right. Very good. Counter 117. Chain 10. 1 in a 196 chance. Would love to be able to make it to 20 for a second time tonight. And then maybe get a few more after that before we inevitably lose it again. I might be focusing so much on getting up to 20 that the Skrelp could show up before then. Can only hope. About an hour, 10 minutes into stream. So like we're still making very decent time. We're still in the early game of this hunt, I imagine. I hit that so early that I was afraid it was too early. Like, that was gonna be before. Like I feel like I pressed that button before the explanation animation was even finished. That scared me. $14. Okay. Very good. Very good. That was number 15. Almost there. 1 in 133. Oh, nope. No, that's the wrong camera. 123. Chain 16. Tell a funny story while we work to get to 20. Though I'll break every time we do this because I don't want to lose it now. One time, all the way back in college, my friend group was shiny hunting. They were doing the Masuda method, which is, using like basically shiny hunting eggs, so hatching. I joined them about an hour into their endeavor. One of them was hunting for a shiny Charmander, and the other was hunting for a shiny Pumpkaboo. Both very popular shinies, both like, shinies that are absolutely worth the time and endeavor to hunt. They had been going at it with no luck. I get there, and I need to choose a Pokemon that I want to hunt, because I want to join them. I go for Chimecho. Of all things. Specifically just trying to pick something, funny and weird and out there. So I start hunting as well. They're laughing at me for picking Chimecho. And it's Chimecho. I'm not even getting Chinglings from these eggs. I'm getting Chimechos. And of course, I was the only one to leave with a shiny that day. I still have that Chimecho. None of them got the shinies they wanted. I got one after joining them way later after they began. Which is hysterical. Alright. because we're at 20 now. If we don't mess up on this fish, it'll be our longest streak yet. Oh my gosh. All right, here we are. Every Pokemon we get from here, so long as we keep this up, is a 1 in 100 chance. Your shiny luck has audacity. It kind of does. It's got a sass to it. That was like a shockingly long wait. Yeah, I was like sitting there waiting for a second, and I'm like, is it actually gonna show up? Like, what's going on? Ooh. Lights are getting to me. Like, focusing so intently on every fish. Chain's at 23, not that it matters at this point. At this point, I'm just counting for funsies. Still 1 in 100. My hand's getting clammy. I'm so, like, nervous of losing the streak. A lot of Horskis coming up right about now. Those spook me a little bit, but they ain't gonna fall to me. The celebration is real. Thankfully, they're not all that loud in my my headphones. I hope they're like loud for you guys and they're not like getting lost in the game audio. My 3DS capture is just so loud. Not overwhelming. Okay, that's good. That's good. It's a challenge to maintain the audio levels, especially for this 3DS software, which isn't compatible with anything that I use. It's a miracle I got it to work in the first place. Hey, all right, we're still on top of our game. Also, rarely listen to stream at fully hearable volume. Maybe not the best thing. I don't know who does, you know. We're not looking to have our eardrums blown out. I was just trying to have a healthy mixture where my voice, you know, is the louder of the two, but you can still, like, hear the volume of the game. It's not getting lost. And anytime there are redeems, they're also, not getting lost in the shuffle either. Almost got me on that one. It's chain 30, actually, which is awesome. You know, on a, like, look how far we've come sort of way. Not that our, you know, chances are increasing, but, you know, it's pride now. I was waiting. I was like, is pride about to come before the fall? We're still all right. What number is Skrelp in the Pokedex? Good question. 690. 690. Nice, very, very nice. That's hilarious. He's the very best. Yeah, I'm hopeful that we don't have, 690 encounters, but it could get there. I was gonna say it'd be great if you got him at his Pokedex number, but that it's a little far. But I have had shiny hunts that go up to that, So long as it's under 1,000, I consider it a win. For this, I'm kind of hoping it'll be under 500, but we'll see. You missed the 69th encounter. That's all right. You'll probably be here for 169. Chain 34. We're doing pretty good. It could really be any one of these fish. Any one of these seahorses. So long as my reaction time is still on point. You consider Skrelp closer to a seahorse than a fish? Yeah, I mean, I would too. I would the same for Horsey. I mean, it's horsey, like literally. Like, I straight up feel like, I feel pressure. I feel like, my hands are like, I don't want to screw up at this point, but, we're gonna keep going. Alright, still alright, still alright. Yeah, getting clammy. So there's no clam pearls here. It'll be really funny to get a horsey after everything. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. $145. Yeah, our total encounter count is higher than our odds to find a shiny right now. So again, to remind that, like, this isn't like the chain that we're at. But our chain's doing pretty good at 38. $39. Alright, let's keep it up. $40 on the chain. Actually made it double the chain that we need. I had my counter window up, so I just saw the little brown horn on his head sticking out, and for a second I was like, what is that? It's quite the sight seeing Skrelp looking forwards. Oh, how cool would it be for it to be 151? It'd be another really lovely number. Very appropriate. Like my press is so intense. I don't want to miss it. I want to miss that very sensitive timing. All right, 151. Ah. Okay, keep it up, Tiger. You got this. $45 in the chain. Oh, darn it. There it goes. Shoot. That was a good chain of 45. Darn it. Ah, well. Let's start again. So we had the 1 in 100 chance for... Because I was at 45, I think, right when that ended. So we had we had 25 encounters right there that were at the full 1 in 100 odds. Oh. No, that's fine. That's fine. You might as well end the streak, you know, when we're this low, not when we're that high. The pressure is relieved a little bit now that we're, like, not so high on the chain anymore. But I'm like, well, now I want to get back there. Now I want to get back up there. See, like, that's what I mean. Now that the pressure's off, suddenly off my game. Hello, Skrelp. I really thought I didn't have the timing on that one, but they gave it to me, and I appreciate them for it. It'll be a slow climb back up to the top, but we can do this. I was talking a mad game a couple days ago before this stream. I was like telling a friend of mine, like, yeah, especially compared to the 9-hour stream that I did last year, I was like, you know, this one's gonna be nothing in comparison. Maybe I'll go for 2. You know, that's probably me eating my confident hubris, but I mean, you know, it's not like we've been going for that long. It's been about an hour and a half. Not too long. Okay. 160. That was, again, that was so fast. It's like that exclamation point was up for like a frame before she reeled. I know these sprites really weren't meant to be blown up to this size of a screen, but I still think they look really nice. I know I've seen footage of people putting on like smoothing filters and things like that onto their captured footage of 3DS stuff, and I don't know how much I really like that personally. Kind of like seeing them in their raw form as intended. Well, you know, what I'm doing here wasn't necessarily intended, but no, darn it. Oh well. You win some, you lose some. Forgot to put up a counter on that one. Gonna have to do that in a second. You know, I was about to say, or I'm just gonna fail that one and won't have to worry about it, but we got it. It's amazing how getting the first 20 chain didn't feel all that bad, but getting back up there after achieving it suddenly feels like a big task. I mean, that's all right. Trying to imagine like the big slot machine wheel getting smaller and smaller with each encounter. I mean, here at 4, again, only 456. Well, it gets better. $168, chain 5. All right, number 169. Will it be the one? Nope. Sorry, not even a Skrelp. How rude. There, that makes you feel better. $170 Skrelps and Skrelp cousins. What about the actual, like, Skrelp to Horsey ratio has been tonight? I'd probably say, 70-30. The data doesn't lie. But that's basically what it's felt like. That had me waiting a while. 8 chain, we made it up ahead of our previous failure. 1 in 241 chance. I faltered in my attention span for a minute there and thought I lost it. We still have it. Chain 9. Scrap. We get all the way to 10. Lost again. I need to, like... Can I... Hang on, this is gonna be weird. I want to, like, lower the intensity of my own lights. Just for this stream. It's a little strange, and I definitely don't love it, but it's gonna help my eyes a little bit, I think. Oh boy, maybe not. Hold on. Go again. First in the streak, 175. It already feels just so much darker in here. So weird. Chain 2. Starting to feel it. I'm like forgetting my duty of keeping the counters going. The minute I dim the lights, my brain is like sleepy time. Time is deep in. It's not even 9. Ugh. Wanted to get a head start and start a little earlier than my average stream, just because, even though I was confident, I didn't want to, be cocky and start at like 9 p.m. thinking that it would only take like an hour or two. $180 encounters. I feel so much more viscerally aware of every encounter as we go. Like normally when I've done shiny hunts, like, you know, my own time, I'll like, you know, have TV going or like a long YouTube essay or something. You know, and used to have like a counter app on my phone where I would just kind of mindlessly hit the plus button every time. So like I would never even like feel the time pass, but now it's like, oh. Every one feels like it's got a spotlight on it. Can only imagine what it feels like for the streamers that like do this, you know, as like their line of work. You know, there's some danger in, you know, doing other activities as well, because if you're just like listening to YouTube videos while you play, you might miss a shiny. You know, how many disastrous clips on the internet are there of shiny hunters who are not paying full attention to their, you know, meticulous shiny hunt. You know, some people are shiny hunting with like 3 or 4 systems like at a time. You know, or sometimes they don't have the audio on, so you don't hear the shine sound. And then they'll reset because it's their like instinctual action. No! We were at chain 9. Oh, we cannot seem to get back to 20 for the life of us. Oh well, let's go again. $184. Hydrate? Oh, sure. Thank you kindly. I'm out of bottles. I have to go get some more in a moment. Thank you for the Skrelp Day. It's Skrelp Day. And we're gonna keep on going. Make this dream happen. See a purple and blue seahorse, sea dragon in my future. It's got a really nice shiny palette, actually. I really like his, you know, standard palette just by itself even, but shiny looks really lovely. Even more, like, poisony than normal. Yeah, we might get to encounter number 200, and then I might take a step away, get some more water. $187. I feel like we weren't seeing horsies for like a small like streak there, and then now the horsies are plentiful. I tried to use the force. I closed my eyes and was like, what if I just listen for the sound? Maybe that will be even better than, you know, like maybe my eyes are deceiving me. No, my eyes are not. 189, back to chain 1. That's such an interesting cry too. Not at all like the cry I would expect. Like he kind of just looks like a guy who would go like like a really like deep cry. But it sounds very friendly, which, you know, is the appropriate attitude for our little Skrelpy boy. 191. Let's see if we can keep this chain going up to at least 200. No! Definitely not. Back to 0. Gosh, maybe I should have done a bit of practicing, but that's okay. I was like, I've chain fished before. It's been a hot minute. At least we get these friendly faces each encounter. They're very nice. Again, just like the lapse in focus, just kind of like listening to the music, looking at the visuals. I'm like, oh wait, no, got a job to do. Chain 3, 195. Skrelp. Chain 5. Chain 5 being higher than some of our previous attempts at this rate. Nope. 98. Chain 7, 199. All right, Skrelp number 200. Ooh. And we're at chain 8. So, I'm gonna take a brief break just to, you know, kind of refresh myself, get myself ready for another batch, get some waters for some hydrates. Definitely good. Should stock up on that. I'm just gonna stay in this encounter too because I don't want any like accidents to occur that would mess with the streak I currently have. So be right back. Alright. We return to Skrelp Day, where we last left off. We were Skrelping it. Oh my gosh, I just realized that my 3DS is at red power. May as well get one real quick. But, oh my gosh, the Skrelp counter completely got spooked there. Definitely not at 1,200 encounters. That would be insane. I need to get a charger in this, actually, so hold on. Okay. Charger in. So let us get ourselves refocused in and keep this chain going. It hurts. It hurts. You really can't ever show weakness. It is genuinely, like, quite more difficult than I remembered keeping the streak going. I guess I was telling myself, all I have to do is just successfully hit the A button every time. Forgetting that, like, no, it's just like, there's a really small little window of opportunity where you can successfully fish upward. And waiting too long gets you toasted. I want to see if we can get to 300 and then see how I'm feeling at that point. Maybe we'll take another break. You know, we'll see. Maybe we'll switch locations. Won't that be fun? Maybe that's what we'll do. Find like another spot. If this one's just like not feeling lucky. You're gonna turn the lights back up, actually. Yeah. Actually, like, help keep me focused and not too sleepy. Right, chain 5. Any other one of these, like, could, you know, end up being the lucky chance. Like, that's, you know, kind of the silver lining, is that any one of them could be the one. Even if the odds are lower, you know, it's still possible. I think that, like, what the shiny charm does, because there is a little shiny charm checker here. Hold on. Like, if I had the shiny charm, I might have only needed to get to 10 encounters on the chain rather than 20. Which definitely would have been easier. But, you know, that's alright. You know, wouldn't have been easy completing the national decks. Yeah, that would have been a weeks-long encounter just by itself. Endeavor just by itself. Well, now we're getting there. Now it's starting to get there. 210. Alrighty then. Chain at 10, halfway there. Yeah, maybe I was wrong about that assessment, because now that we're at chain 10, I would think that the shiny charm odds would be 100, but they're not. Okay, this is chain 11. Non-shiny charm is 179. Shiny charm is 164, which is a difference, but like hardly any of like, you know, incredible value. Yeah, now I'm like paying attention. I wonder if it will actually go like lower than 1 in 100. Or if it'll get there faster. But like, you know, if it gets there at like 1 in 19 rather than 20, then like it's not a extremely worthwhile difference. Yeah, this is chain 13. Non-shiny charm is 1 in 152. Shiny charm is 1 in 142. Not sure. You know what would help is the lower numbers. Because it would have, like, the base shiny odd would be a lot lower than usual at the higher end. So those first few chains would have very strong differences, but then the later numbers all start to kind of feel samey. Not much difference. Come on! We were gonna get to 15! We were almost there. Thank you so much. That's does bring a smile to my face. 216. Oh, roll a d20? Yeah, we can roll a d20. Let's see. Let me go for this next one first. Chain 3. Skrelp count is 218, and the dice roll is... Hey, it's the chain that we're at. It's a 3. Gosh darn. Well, you know, it's better than a 1. I know, you're never gonna be free. It straight up feels like a conscious effort on all dice ends. I don't know what it is. Yeah, if you got another 50 to spare, maybe you'll have better luck a second time. I do one for you in your honor, but like it feels like it's gotta come from you. Want to see if we can diagnose this dice curse. Actually, you know what I can do on my end? I bet I can lower the price of a dice roll. We'll do that just for you. Where is... I'll find it in here somewhere. Let me do another one real quick. Let me not forget to update all my counters as well. 222. Roll a d20. There. There. Now it only costs 10. It should reflect, and it does. There. Yeah, hopefully now if you try, you could try a couple more times and aim for the best of rolls. Okay. Throughout all that, we actually made it back to chain 9 again, which is great. You know, don't fudge it now. Very good. Chain 10. 225. I should have checked what the shiny charm odds were on like a single encounter, but I mean, you know, I'm sure with our track record, we'll be back there momentarily. Still hanging on. Chain 13. Chances are currently 1 in 152. 1 in Chikorita. Ah! That one caught me by surprise. It was really fast. Oh well. Yeah, on a chain 0, the shiny charm, yeah, goes from 4,096 to 1,366. So on that first, like, chain or so, it's much, much higher. We'd already be at 820 just from this alone. But, you know. once you get those higher numbers. It just sort of it seems to balance out by the end. So I'm on. It looks like if I were to get, if I got to 20 again, which is looking less and less likely, would probably just max out at 20, regardless of charm or otherwise. Good. 231 already. Thank goodness. I think maybe like at every 100, I'll like take a moment to like stand up and stretch and hydrate and do all the self-care needed to keep a gauntlet like this going. I definitely feel like if I were able to maintain the streak, we probably would be at victory already. And even if he somehow got like all 232 of this in a single streak, like we'd be sitting pretty. But then it wouldn't be a challenge, would it? It's all in the name of Skrelp. He's worth it. Or she's worth it. Chain 6. They're gonna get less chatty as it go, but that's sort of the nature of these things. You sort of just become a machine. Just kind of keep going until you get the results you're aiming for. Yeah, that's a shiny hunt. Definitely it's a classic shiny hunt. This is even a game with, like, the original odds. The, like, 1 in 8,000 something odds that, like, every game... I think every game previous to this one... I think this is the first one that, like, just sort of halved that number all of a sudden. Streak 10. Chain 10. 238. 1 and 196. I want to hydrate, but I want to get this encounter first. The hydrate helps. It's the most I feel like I've ever needed to, like, hydrate in a stream. Like, I haven't really felt the need in a while. But I suppose it's just probably because of the gauntlet nature of this task. I never thought that the lights were ever too bright on me either, but you focus on these things when you're doing the same thing over and over again. Every other variable suddenly feels heightened. Focus. Don't want to lose it again. No one to blame but myself. I'm sure there were people who were like, listen, if you really, really wanted a shiny Skrelp, could have just gone into, like, Scarlet and Violet. Just swim around, make a sandwich, get it in, like, 5 minutes. But I'm like, yeah, I wanted to do it a little more old school style. You know, I looked at this like it was my old stomping grounds, though clearly they're grounds that I have not ventured in longer than I had realized. You know, I want to say at least, like, 3 years or so. Just a while. I felt my whole system shake with that A press. It's amazing how much hour 1 and hour 2, like, you know, differed in the hope department, but I still have faith. Gonna keep on trucking along. I recognize the possibility that I might end up with nothing tonight, but I'm going to keep on pushing. Yeah, they're keeping me on my toes. Every so often, they throw a fastball at me. Goodbye, horsey. Not today. What did my first ever X and Y team looked like? I know I used Chestnut, and I know I used Talonflame. In fact, by the end, I think it was pretty much exclusively using Talonflame. Talonflame was just so strong. What else did I use? Maybe Tyrantrum? I don't think I had a whole team of Kalosmon. I think I definitely used some other Pokemon, like you know, non-Kalosnian Pokemon on my team. I mean, there's a lot. This region has a very wide dex filled with Pokemon. Every route feels like it's got 7 options for you to pick. I assume I used a fairy because it was like the hip and new type of the day, but I can't remember. Maybe I was too intimidated. Maybe like the idea of a new type was too much for my brain to process. I remember when X and Y came out, and like, yeah, I actually that night, it does take me back, of like a whole like 8 of us, some of us having like just met that night, because it was like around like freshman year, and like right when it had like just begun. I remember us all being up at midnight in like the commune area for a midnight release, and then we stayed up playing until like 6 or 7 in the morning. One by one, like people would go upstairs. I think I was the last one that went the longest. I know I had gotten several gyms in just in that night alone. Oh, I bet I used one of the Cano starters as well, because they give you one of them. But I don't know. Maybe I chose not to. I can't recall where was that at that point. But maybe I had Blastoise. I must have had something that surfed. They gift you a Lapras, so it could have been that too. And today I've got like different favorite Kalos Pokemon that I did back then. I love Hawlucha. Very, very much. An underrated Pokemon. Well, I think it's decently popular. Last year, I started watching the Pokemon anime from where I stopped watching as a kid. And like I continued with the seasons I never saw, and that, you know, started with X and Y. And I loved Ash's relationship with his Hawlucha. You know, how Hawlucha had a very specific way of fighting and wanted that honored and respected. He didn't want to compromise. And Ash was like, I feel you. I'm the same way. That was very cool to see. He even had like his own like luchador music theme. They gave him a lot of respect and love. We need to continue that sometime. I want to see where like how far Hawlucha goes. The last I saw, he had actually just gotten a Sliggoo, or a Gumi that evolved in Sliggoo. That was another fun character arc actually, where like Gumi was not a battler and was really nervous all the time and like kind of weak. And Ash, you know, had him like watch other Pokemon battle before finally, you know, putting him into one that he thought he could handle. Like Ash was really patient. He was a really like solid trainer that entire season and a half that I got through. I hear the XYZ anime is really spectacular. I'm gonna have to start that up again sometime. Ironically, tangenting has gotten us to the best position that we have been in a while. We are at chain 18. So I don't know, maybe the idea, maybe the best thing we could do is just find more tangent conversations. Because now I don't even know how we managed to get this far. Yet somehow we have like 260. Like, God, where did all that time just go? You kind of just end up in the zone, I suppose. That's sort of the secret magic, I guess. Your brain just kind of takes over. That is chain 20. We've officially made it to 20 for the third time tonight. Now, how long can we hold it, is the question. Don't lapse in your focus now. $21. We were at 1 in 100 odds until we mess up again. good. Very good. Bite. I don't know whether to like try and let the instinct take hold again or to give it 110% of my attention. But knowing that any of these could be the one brings a lot of hope and motivation. Alright, we're still doing alright. Your days, they're coming, Skrelp. The day is coming. The day is now. The day is now, but your encounter is coming. Any one of these numbers could be the last one. 266. It was fast, and I thought I made it. It really, like, I registered that it was a quick one, and I thought I had done it, but alas. Decent attempt. Decent run. Start again. And I say decent, we only got like 5, or so full odd encounters before we lost it, but you know. Any one of them could have been it. Any one of these could too, it's just that the chances are way, way smaller. I believe that we can get probability onto our side in time. Now we're at 269. Crazy. Knowing that we got like 25 encounters past 20, that one really good round, and then just now, past 20, we only got about 5. So we've only had like the technical like number of full attempts, like full encounters we've done where like the odds have been perfect for us, has only been 30. And it seems like, you know, like 30 is like an incredibly great number in any shiny hunting capacity. For chain fishing, that would probably be like, you know, still earlier than one would expect something to show up. But definitely not very high. Like definitely nowhere close to 271. Seems like getting that, you know, that number at full odds, you know, that would be, you know, double over odds. So it seems like by the time people get to like 50, they tend to get it. You know, because by then it's just a like 50-50 coin flip. Though, you know, by law of probability, it's, you know, we're not like, it's not like when we get to 20, we're continuing our quest to like cross off You know, it's like we're at a new list of 100 rather than, you know, I don't know. I don't know if what I'm saying is making sense. I'm trying to just rationalize it in my own head to keep me in the game, keep me moving. I'll say anything to like get that same magic that happened last time to happen again. I mean, now we're at chain 8. This is gonna be 9. I was I was waiting for it to prove me wrong, but we actually did it. We're actually fine. Oh, and we sit there for a minute. 276. I didn't think I had that one. Another one of those where it felt on my side like it was too slow, but for whatever reason, it let me through anyway. So we know sometimes like the feeling of what happens may not like reflect what the game is actually calculating. Alright, that one went pretty good. 278. Just gotta keep going and hope we get lucky. Still very happy to see Skrelp every time he shows up. A day to celebrate. Enjoy it, Skrelp. Enjoy it. Wait. It was 279. I almost like put that counter backwards. We reversed, you know, in the other direction. Now we're at 280. That one really made me sit. 281. Chain 16. We're almost there. The extra smoke ball text catches me off guard every time. That was quick. One in 118. We can do this. Still good. Chain 18. It's a lot of horsies. Back off on the horsies. Or maybe use them up now, saving up for the big Skrelp. Big Skrelp at the end of the tunnel. $20. Fourth time tonight. We've reached the threshold. That's 3 horsies in a row. I don't like the omen that it's setting up. Okay. Don't screw up. Make me wait for it. On at 100. So long as we keep it up. So long as we keep it up. We are at 1 in 100. My whole 3DS, like the screen, like, got flicked back at that. I'm putting so much, like, passion into every A press, because I'm just like, please, please, don't lose the chain again. Not after all we fought for. Good. 23. We're almost at 300 now. Every time I'm in the fishing part, I keep my thumb as far away from the analog stick as possible. I've only accidentally moved one time. That's a way, like, harder mistake to make. But I did make it once, and I ain't making it again. Chain 25. Oh, thank you so much for the Skrelp Day. I'm so happy to see him every time. No! No, God damn it. Oh, but thank you for the hydrate. That only needed one more on the chain for it to be our second best attempt so far. But now it's tied for that. We've only had a single run so far go over a 25 chain. And that one went to like 45. But we're back to the beginning now. Approaching 300. What? Alright. You know, I've been a very patient boy. I call foul on that one in particular. I pressed that button exactly right. I don't know what happened there. Hey, Skrelp. Still fighting for your blue and purple self. Even though you're already, like, a little blue and purple. You're a lot more blue and purple when you're shiny. Don't sneeze. That would be a terrible time to sneeze. No, we're good. We're good. Streak is at 3. How's our stream time? 2 hours, 40 minutes. We're almost at hour 3. Chain 4. 296. We're getting close. I noticed that I take a brief step away at 300, but I think I might do that at the end of this chain. Assuming we actually, you know, get the chain past 300, which we might not. You never know. Chain 6, 298. Keeping up the attempts. Very good. That kind of felt like one that I didn't get the timing quite right, but happy to see that I did. 299. Can't believe we tier listed every single Pokemon in terms of Skrelp look-alikeness last year. It's like, I still every so often think back to that list and go, what in the world was I thinking? Ah, well, that's encounter 300. Did I put that up on the chain? I don't remember. I mean, if this is one lower than it should be, then it only will work out for us. $301. To think if I had found a fishing spot just a little bit south of here, we would be fishing up Skrelps and Shelders instead of Skrelps and Horseys. Maybe that would have even been better. I mean, Horsey, you know, has a lot more in common with Skrelp than Shelder does, so maybe this was the right place to go. But I don't have a shiny Shelder. You know, of course, the ultimate goal is a shiny Skrelp. That's why we're here, but, you know, if I have to accept the shiny of the other Pokemon here, it might as well be one that I've never gotten before. Rather than one that I got specifically from this method. Could have been from this spot, for all I know. I don't know where that Kingdra is today. It actually might be in my shield. Or a few of my other... Or it's either in my shield or in my Omega Ruby. Because when it comes to all my shinies, a lot of my shinies from like my time in like, you know, college and the few years beyond, that I was doing a whole lot of this. Those shinies live in my Omega Ruby. I never moved them further upward. Meanwhile, a lot of my modern shinies live in Shield and Scarlet. Well, they were if I transferred them up, well. There's actually a few more in home as well. They're kind of everywhere. Out of all my Pokemon cartridges, like there's always a few that I try and reset over and over again when I want to replay them. Oh! Oh! We did it! is! 305! I have to catch him, though. Hold on, we actually have to catch him. Oh, we're free, we did it! Happy Skrelp Day, everybody! Happy Skrelp Day, we did it! We gotta get him in a luxury ball. Because he deserves luxury. Though I will do everything in my power to make sure that we get him regardless. He's just... What happened to the redeem? Why is he just there sideways? There he goes. What did he even hit me with? Water pulse? Whatever. That's fine. Luxury ball. Oh my gosh. Snack time. Hello, you came in at the perfect time. Right as we got our shiny of the evening. I don't want to touch him. I don't want to hit him with anything. Listen, there is a Master Ball in this file, so I have him even if I lose every other Pokeball in my inventory. Oh my gosh, thank you for the bits. Thank you for cheering the bits. You actually might have broken the redeem. Hold on, let me see if I use one, what happens. He's trapped. He's trapped. Oh my god, I'm gonna like... Maybe, can I move it elsewhere? No. Hold on, I'm just gonna...
It's a double
It's
Yoshi.
a double Yoshi Explosion. There's so much happening. Hold on, there's a shiny on my screen. I have to lock in. How about a netball? Now he's facing a different direction. We have him. We have him. I'm getting this. Hold on. I'm getting this thing off my screen. We got him. We got him. That is a shiny Skrelp for Skrelp Day. We were at chain 14 for that. So we're not even at the full 20. It looks just like rotten kelp. It hides from foes while storing up power for its evolution. 305. You know, at the end of the day, not nearly the worst shiny hunt I'd ever done. I want to name him, or is it him? It is a him. I want to name you. Plurks. I want to name him Plurks. It's Plurks, the shiny Skrelp. Oh, of course you would put him in my box. I guess I didn't have a empty party slot. Hold on a minute. Save. And now it is immortalized. Now my 3DS could catch on fire and I won't care. I mean, I'll care a little bit. Don't do that. How do I get back to civilization? Oh no, not my repel. I guess this is civilization. The game is still there though. I tried to put the redeem back on and Skrelp is still here. If I use, let me get a like Showtime. He's still here. If he was gonna break, might as well be like at the end of stream. now that I got the shiny now that I have the shiny Skrelp, it's like it doesn't want to leave now. Skrelp Day is the best day. I absolutely agree. Hold on, I want to get him off the screen for a second so we can get this guy on screen. Where is he? Here he is. Shiny Skrelp. Hold on, I'm gonna just real quick completely mess up my capture just so that we can see him high and mighty. The boy. The boy. What do you have? He's a jolly nature. He likes to run. He likes to run. He's got poison touch as an ability. And he's got high... Hold on. Jolly nature. It's the red that's good and blue bad, right? Jolly nature. His nature is jolly. He's a jolly boy. It increases speed. Okay, so the red is what increases speed. Is up, special attack is down. He's a very speedy boy who likes to run. He is very shiny. And he can camouflage. Oh, that was, you know what, at the end of the day, not too bad. I definitely felt myself getting winded, but honestly, it was just because, you know, the first shiny stream I'd ever done, not used to commentating throughout, but this was a pretty solid hunt. Yeah, run in quotations. All right, let me get my screen back to the way it was. There he is. I'm gonna move him to a special spot right in the middle of the box, just so that we know he's still here. Imagine him running at you with like the tiny little flippers. Yeah. Okay. I am very satisfied and happy with those results. You know, not even a 3-hour stream. Almost a 3-hour stream. 2 hours and 50 minutes time. Very, very nice. Gotta do the double save because you never know what might happen. Who's streaming? Who's streaming right now? Let me see. Let's send you all to... Congrats, thank you so much, and happy Merry Skrelp Day to you all. Have a fantastic rest of your Skrelp Day. Let me get my... Sometimes it shows me everyone I'm following, and other times it just, like... just gives me a whole random slew of everybody. Let me send you guys, you know, Rhythm streaming. I'm gonna send you all to Rhythm while they're playing World of Warcraft. We'll send you all over. All right, have a lovely rest of your night. Thank you so much for sticking with me through this hunt, and I'll see you sometime soon for some more streams. So yeah, bye bye.